huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right? You've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy.
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to these parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture, you don't understand anything because they participated.
And 50 Cent sells Diddy doc to Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on to your wigs because 50 Cent is about to blow the lid off this whole Diddy situation. The streets are saying that Fitz got a Netflix documentary in the works, and it's going to spill all the tea on Diddy's alleged crimes. We're talking major bombshells, honey. But here's the real gag. Diddy was recently spotted breaking down in tears. Coincidence? I think not. Could it be that he's shook about what's about to come out? The timing is just too suspicious. This ain't your regular celebrity beef anymore. We're talking career-ending, reputation shattering kind of drama. 50 Cent and Diddy have been in the game for decades. But this documentary might just change everything. The hip-hop world is about to be turned upside down, and we're all here for it.
There's so many videos, on Diddy, that are resurfacing, but an actual documentary, and I don't know if there's gonna be like something with 50 Cent voice narrating. I don't know, but it's gonna be bad. I would advise everybody to tune in who really don't really understand and what, how far back this goes with Diddy. From when people were speaking out earlier on him. I know it's gonna have stuff on Tupac, Biggie, all that, but we're gonna check this video out here, man. 50 Cent be trolling, but this is the ultimate right here, top tier. Let's jump right into it.
Days after a damning surveillance video showed Diddy abusing his ex, a documentary is closer to becoming a reality.
Now let's bring in TMC's Michael Babcock. Good morning to you, Michael.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. So tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling, and if anyone follows 50 on Twitter or Instagram, he's no stranger to that. He definitely, engages in trolling and makes a lot of jokes. So when he had, repeatedly taken shot after shot after shot at Diddy and then said, hey, I'm working on a documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie and TV studio, and he's made a bunch of really successful projects under that banner. They were actually selling it around to different streaming, organizations, including Netflix. Netflix ultimately had the most money, placed the winning bid, and at some point here in the future, we don't know exactly when, but this is actually going to be something that airs on Netflix.
And think about this. Everything hasn't even came out yet. So I'm just wondering, they're probably going to wait to see if I'm guessing to wait to see if he goes to jail or what, because I feel like they need more not more evidence, but just with the whole raid and stuff. I'm just wondering what else is going to come out that they're going to add to that. Yeah, there's no way this dude is coming back from this. 50 Cent.
People may not know, the two of them have had beef for decades. 50 Cent has kept his foot on Diddy's neck for decades.
Foot on his neck.
Absolutely. They once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really, is not in a position right now to fire back at 50 Cent. So, he's taken a lot of abuse, and I don't know that anyone feels sorry for P. Diddy right now.
No, I don't think so either, and it's certainly not going to end anytime soon.
You're right about that. Man, that's probably going to be one of the most watched, because, I'm just thinking about all the information that they're going to gather. And how many people are going to be tied into this? How many people right now are kind of just like, oh no, because 50 be getting on everybody when he be trolling. So it's like, I know a lot of people are probably just shaking in their boots right now. I just think that when Diddy approached 50 with the stuff that he says, like, I want to take you shopping and all that, 50 was like, wait, hold on. So, and some guys he probably took shopping before, and they, at the beginning, they probably thought it was Diddy doing something nice until they got like a knock at the door or something like that. And Diddy, I'm here to collect. So my whole thing is like, once this come out, if it goes through and falls through, it's gonna be bad. Like whatever we seen so far, all the stuff you want to gather, whatever we seen, it's probably gonna be a million times worse.
Now you might be thinking this is just another rap rivalry, but it goes way deeper than that. What if I told you 50 and Diddy used to be tight? That's right, these two had history before the drama. So what turned these former friends into sworn enemies? Let's rewind the clock a bit. Back in the day, 50 Cent and Diddy were actually on good terms. They even collaborated on a few tracks, and the hip-hop world was living for it. Remember when they dropped I Get Money, Forbes 1 to 2, 3 remixed together? That joint was fire. But somewhere along the line, things started to get real messy between them. Fast forward to today, and 50 Cent's been throwing more shade at Diddy than a palm tree on a sunny day. His social media has been lit up with posts about Diddy, and they ain't exactly friendly. We're talking about some seriously savage stuff. Girl 50's been hinting at all kinds of tea, but he's keeping the details under wraps for now. It's like he's got a whole pot of boiling hot gossip, and he's only letting us smell the steam. But here's where it gets real juicy. This Netflix doc that 50 is working on, it's taking their beef to a whole new level. We're not just talking about a few diss tracks or shady tweets anymore. This is full-on career-shaking, reputation-shattering kind of drama. The streets are saying that 50 might have some receipts we haven't seen before, like the kind of receipts that could make Diddy sweat more than a sinner in church. And let's talk about the timing of all this. Diddy's been spotted breaking down in tears recently. Coincidence, girl, please? In this industry, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Could it be that Diddy's caught wind of what's coming in this documentary? Is he should about what 50 might reveal?
Of Diddy doing funny things. There's the whole where 50 Cent tells the story about how Diddy offered to take him shopping.
Right.
And there's also the time where he made Fabulous real uncomfortable while Diddy was calling some other dude daddy and telling Fabulous, like, yo, why don't you party with me? And, trying to get Fabulous to party with him, What do you think about these like little looks into the past about how Diddy was acting?
I see a lot of, I would call epics, these little commercials, these little cartoon things. South Park, that popped up with the devil talking about, I don't want to do it if Diddy did it. Did you ever see that on South Park?
I haven't seen that one yet.
No. Yeah, 50 ended up posting it, but I'm a South Park fan, so I already knew about that one, you know what I'm saying? So, that was on, was that on South Park? Yeah, that was on South. Yeah, it's South Park. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm a South Park fan, so I'm looking at that. So, and I say that this guy could have went down in history as one of the greatest producers that put together some of the greatest music in the 90s, and having arguably one of the top greatest rappers in hip hop in his camp. For the people to make him the laughing stock of hip hop, the laughing stock of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, is one of the greatest tragedies of our time. It's crazy what he has become to the media.
Can you separate his music from his personal life?
You know the man through his music. So you can't separate his personal life from the music.
Why do you think he was offering to take 50 Cent shopping?
I can't really offer that, bro. I can't really answer that. I don't know why, but just on some sucker shit, probably. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play 50. You know 50, come on, bro. 50 was rich at the time. 50 used to do music for him. Why he never asked him then when he was doing music for him? You understand? Just talking shit, want to have something to say. Knowing 50 hot.
Now I know what you're thinking, but why now? Why is 50 coming for Diddy like this after all these years? Well, honey, that's the million-dollar question. Some folks are saying it about money, others are whispering about old grudges. But whatever the reason, it's clear that 50 is not playing around. This beef isn't just about two rappers throwing shade anymore. It's about power, reputation, and maybe even some dark secrets that have been buried for years. 50 Cent's known for being ruthless when it comes to his enemies, and it looks like he's got Diddy in his crosshairs. Now the hip-hop world is on edge, waiting to see what kind of bombs 50 is going to drop in this documentary. Will it be enough to take down one of the biggest names in the game, or is this all just a big bluff? One thing's for sure, when this doc drops, it's going to be the talk of the town.
Just like New York, just like Mount Vernon, New York City, Mount Vernon, and Miami, all that is the same, bro. Nobody wants to be near him. Nobody wants to touch what he touched, be where he at. You understand? It's crazy, bro, how his fall from grace, which was never from grace. It's just like the devil just kicked him out of hell. Because he was never in nothing graceful and did anything graceful. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you say about, okay, he did the music, he had the bad boy legacy and everything like that, man. But, you know, a few albums, a few people, you know, made to be famous, but they not here to tell their story. Black Rob, Biggie, Craig Mack. They not here to tell their story, bro. And now you got everybody telling his story.
Yeah, and I know 50, he did a recent interview with US Weekly saying that the reason why rappers are quiet about, you know, Diddy's situation is because they've been to his parties and they don't know what got caught on tape.
Bro, those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders in that house that they took, that the feds found. So now with them finding all that and you being at a Diddy party, you know you may have done something that was caught on one of those tapes. You just better pray to God that they don't recognize you. Those people who know that they did something, no, they're not going to speak out. They're not going to say nothing. What part of the game is that? They are not going to come forward and tell on themselves. Nah, not at all. Ice Cube, he said it himself, bro. He said that Diddy's been targeted because of what he said about those folks and those people. Now, the people who was on those tapes may feel like Diddy might be targeting them. Because if he's asked about Who is this? Who is that? And he's under oath with the federal government. He got to tell them. He's not going to plead the fifth.
Yeah, I know that got to be a terrible feeling, man. You know you did something wrong at Diddy party, and you hoping and praying that it's not caught on tape.
But they don't think they did nothing wrong. That's their lifestyle. That's their lifestyle, bruh. I ask guys all the time, if two men lay down, how many homos get up? What you mean? I mean what I mean. It's what it is.
Let me tell you, the tea that's about to be spilled is hotter than a summer day in Atlanta. But here's the real gag. What If 50 documentary is just the tip of the iceberg. The streets are buzzing with whispers about lawsuits, business disputes, and some seriously shady dealings. Is Diddy's empire built on quicksand? And if it all comes crashing down, who else might go down with him? Now, I know we've all heard rumors about Diddy before, but this time it's different. 50 Cent ain't playing around. He's got that look in his eye, like he's about to drop a bomb. They'll shake the whole industry. We're not just talking about a few shady business deals or some contract disputes. No, honey, this is next level stuff. Word on the street is that 50E got receipts, and not just any receipts. We're talking about the kind that could make Diddy sweat more than a sinner in church. There's talk about some serious allegations that could change everything we thought we knew about the bad boy himself. You know how they say there's no smoke without fire? Well, there's been smoke around Diddy for years. Remember those whispers about how he treats his artists, or the rumors about where all that money really comes from? 50 might be about to turn those whispers into shouts. But here's where it gets real juicy. Some folks are saying that 50's doc might dive into Diddy's personal life too. And I'm not talking about who he's dating or what parties he's throwing. We're talking deep, dark secrets that Diddy's been trying to keep buried for years.
Days after a damning surveillance video showed Diddy abusing his ex, a documentary is closer to becoming a reality.
Now let's bring in TMC's Michael Babcock. Good morning to you, Michael.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. So tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling, and if anyone follows 50 on Twitter or Instagram, you know, he's no stranger to that. He definitely, you know, engages in trolling and makes a lot of jokes. So when he had, you know, repeatedly taken shot after shot after shot at Diddy and then said, hey, I'm working on a documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie and TV studio, and he's made a bunch of really successful projects under that banner. They were actually selling it around to different streaming, organizations, including Netflix. Netflix ultimately had the most money, placed a winning bid, and at some point here in the future, we don't know exactly when, but this is actually going to be something that airs on Netflix.
So many people may not know, I mean, the two of them have had beef for decades. 50 Cent has kept his foot on Diddy's neck for decades.
Absolutely. Look, they once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And yeah, 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really, is not in a position right now to fire back at 50 Cent. So yeah, he's taken a lot of abuse, and I don't know that anyone feels sorry for P. Diddy right now.
Now I know what you're thinking, but girl, Diddy's been in the game for decades. Surely all his dirty laundry has been aired by now. That's what I thought too, but apparently we ain't seen nothing yet. The stuff 50 supposedly got it to make everything else look like child's play. And let's not forget about those recent lawsuits, the ones Diddy's been trying to keep on the down low. Well, word is they might be connected to what 50 is about to reveal. We're talking about some serious allegations here, the kind that could make or break careers. But here's the thing that's got everyone shook. If what 50 is saying is true, it's not just Diddy who's in trouble. This could be like Domino's Girl, one falls and they all start tumbling down. We're talking about a whole network of people who might be involved, big names to the kind of names that could make your jaw drop. And let's talk about timing for a second. Have you noticed how Diddy's been acting lately? All those emotional outbursts, the public breakdowns, it's like he knows something coming and he can't stop it. It's got people wondering what's really going on behind those designer shades now. I'm not saying Diddy's guilty of anything, that's not for us to decide. But where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and right now it's looking like 50 is about to bring the whole fire department. If even half of what people are saying is true, this documentary could change everything. We're not just talking about Diddy's reputation here. We're talking about his whole empire, his businesses, his music, his legacy, all of it could be on the line.
Well, they knew that was going to happen You understand? It's no way based on the evidence that the prosecutor presented that the judge was going to allow him to be bonded out on the first get-go. Now, if he comes up with some more hearings, he might be released. But based on the evidence, they've been following him, bro. They've been tapping his phone, been having people watch him. You understand? He been coming back and forth from New York, and he'll usually be coming back to New York. And somebody was telling me that, yo, listen here, yo, he trying to get witnesses. Remember when they released that first thing of Cassie, and I said that Diddy was trying to contact people for character witnesses, people for who he had problems with before, whatever like that, and trying to talk to them in the whole 9 yards. That's when they dropped that thing with Cassie. The Homeland Security had some agency or whatever like that that deals with that, dropped that thing on Cassie to show everybody, oh, y'all want to help him? Y'all, this is what y'all want to help? This is who y'all want to, you know, say that he ain't never did nothing. This is what you want to put your brand on? And everybody started backing up from him. Everybody was talking about, yo, man, Cassie was a gold digger. Cassie was this, that, and the third. She loved it in the whole 9 yards. And then when they seen that, all his friends or so-called friends, went away. So him not having a bond is not surprising.
Yeah, and he offered him $50 million, and they still denied his bond.
He should have waited to see what they was gonna offer. Because if he got $50 million to get him and offer that, then they think like, yo, that's too little of a money.
And you right about Diddy's phone being tapped, because news came out that his former bandmate from Dirty Money, she called the other group member Dunn 58 times trying to get her to stop the lawsuit against Diddy. She ain't the only one he was trying to get in contact with. You understand? He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D Ferg Mama enough is enough. You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors, enough is enough.
Hold up though, while we're all focused on 50 bombshells, Diddy's out here having a full-on breakdown now. We've seen Sally cry before, but this is different. What's got the bad boy himself so shook? And why now when he needs his poker face more than ever, girl? Let me paint you a picture this Diddy, the man who's always styled to the nine, looking like he just rolled out of bed. His eyes are red, his face is all puffy, and he's straight up bawling in public. This ain't no single tear rolling down the cheek for the cameras. We're talking full-on ugly crying the streets are saying, and it went down outside some fancy restaurant, and L. Diddy was with his crew, probably thinking he was going to have a nice dinner and forget about all this drama, but something set him off, and next thing you know, he's losing it right there on the sidewalk. His boys are trying to calm him down, but Diddy's not having it. He's sobbing so hard people are stopping to stare now. You might be thinking, so what, everybody cries sometimes, but this is Diddy. We're talking about the man who's always cool, calm, and collected, the king of Swagger scene. Him break down like this, it's like seeing the Statue of Liberty do the Macarena. It just doesn't happen. So what's got Diddy so messed up? Is it 50 documentary? Could be the thought of all his dirty laundry being aired out for the world to see would be enough to make anyone lose it. But here's the thing, Diddy's been in the game for decades. He's weathered storms before. What makes this time different?
You didn't tell me about this. So he tried to get somebody to reach out to you?
No, I got a phone call from Kirk Burrows. And Kirk Burrows, and I ain't gonna even get this guy no play. Not Kirk Burrows, but one of the Puff dudes that I know that's real close to him said, Kirk told me, yo, he wanna reach out to you, Gene. He wanna speak to you. I said, speak to me for what? What do you want to speak to me for? If he's trying to speak to me, it's for Puff. Point blank. I know the dude. I know how close he is to Puff. He's been with Puff from day one. So he ain't got nothing to say to me, bro. But Kirk Burrows did say to me that the dude said enough is enough. When do it becomes enough? Yo, because, bro, listen. I didn't ask to be put in this situation. You understand? And a lot of people ain't gonna understand this. Because a lot of people wouldn't give up what I've given up to be in this situation. You understand? My whole thing about it is, when you lean on right, you ain't gonna never turn to wrong. And my whole thing about it is that Puff wasn't right what he did to people around us, man. He wasn't right what he did to people around us. Him being hard-headed, not listening, and not telling the truth and constantly lying cost a lot of people their lives, man. It cost a lot of people their lives. I want him to understand. When I told him, if we don't do something to these doors, people gonna die tonight. And forget, and I wanna say F what other people say, everybody know I told him that. Our whole crew know I told him that. From Slick to Nord, Bunny, Big Boy, Eddie, all the people that was with us that night know I told him that. 9 people end up dead. Everybody know I told him. Not everybody, but Paul was there. D-Rock. Some of the Bad Boy street teams. If we go to this party tonight, somebody gonna die. I got intel from 2 top gangsters. From a dude rolling with Jodeci. I got intel, bro. We go to the party, somebody gonna die. Big's music, I hate to hear it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know what I did. I know what I said. They know what I said. So it don't hurt me. It's a feeling that you get when you know something didn't have to happen that day. And I was never no play. I'm playing with people. I joke and I tease, I talk about you and everything like that. But if I come to the table something that's real, respect that. And then it became a part where the respect was gone anytime that, and it probably don't have nothing to do with me. There was ulterior motives that took Big to that party, bro. There were other motives that took Big to that party that led him not being here today.
Some folks are saying it's not just the documentary, there's whispers about money troubles, relationship drama, and even some health issues. Could Diddy be dealing with something serious behind the scenes? Or is the pressure of keeping up his image finally getting to him? And let's talk about timing for a second. Why now with 50's Doc looming over him like a dark cloud? You think Diddy would be putting on his best poker face? Instead, he's out here looking like a mess. It's almost like he knows something we don't like. Maybe what's coming is even worse than we thought. This breakdown is raising all kinds of questions. Is Diddy finally cracking under the weight of his own empire? Has he been putting on a front all these years, and now we're seeing them reel him? Or is this all part of some bigger plan? You know how these celebs are sometimes a public meltdown is just good PR. But here's what's really got people talking. Some eyewitnesses are saying that right before Diddy lost it, he was on his phone, and get this, he looked scared, like really scared. What could he have seen or heard that shook him up so bad? Could it be that 50's got even more dirt on him than we thought? This whole situation is like watching a car crash in slow motion. You know it's going to be bad, but you just can't look away. Diddy's always been the one pulling the strings, the puppet master behind the scenes. But now it's like the strings are all tangled up, And he's the one dancing. One thing's for sure, this ain't the Diddy we're used to seeing. The man who built an empire on his unshakable confidence is looking shakier than ever. And with 50 documentary still on a horizon, you got to wonder, is this just the beginning of Diddy's downfall?
There's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes, but in the open at the same time. You know what I mean? Like if you run in certain circles, there's things that you've heard for years. Maybe not necessarily on a criminal level, but there's a lot of stuff that I've heard, you know, that could involve baby oil and all that type of shit, where I've been hearing that shit for years, bro, since the 90s, bro. I've been hearing about like bisexual type of shit since the 90s. You heard? That's what I've been hearing. But not the freak-offs per se. Nah, I didn't necessarily know about that. Because Puffy used to be known as like a good party promoter. Like he would have parties in New York, him and this lady, Jessica Rosenblum. And they used to have very, you know, a lot of celebrities would go to their parties, would be a lot of chicks there, and you know, they'd have the good parties, like, you know, at different venues around the city. And when they was the promoter, you would know that, okay, that might be a party you want to go to because it's going to be popping. But it wasn't any kind of like, there was no signs of no freak off type of shit. This is shit that happened later when he's having parties at his mansions and shit like that. Like, I only know him for going to those parties that were out in the public. See what I'm saying? That's the only Diddy party I ever been to, was out in public, and there was no freak off shit. There was no outwardly gay shit going on or anything like that.
So that's been going around since the 90s, him being bisexual?
I heard that's why he had got fired from Uptown. That he got caught in a precarious act, doing something real baby oil-ish in the office. You know, now I'm not gonna get into the rumor of who the other dude was, but y'all heard the rumor. And homeboy, you know, the other dude says it's not true, but I don't know. I'm just saying that was the rumor since back then.
Yeah, somebody told me about how they walked in on Diddy getting fellatio from another man.
Yep.
Wow, dude. But speaking of baby oil, how you feel about the feds finding over 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
Of baby oil and lubricant. Don't forget, they said and lubricant. So you gotta, you know, maybe could have been 500 and 500. I don't know, you know, but it's a slippery slope, Art. Like, you know, it's a very slippery slope when it comes to baby oil, you know. I don't know why you would need, first of all right, as a man, if you know about the anatomy of a woman and you know how to get her in the right frame of mind, no oils are needed. She's self-lubricating, okay? So that leads me to believe that's for something else that needed moisturizing. These niggas is out here practicing sex magic, and they're trying to shatter people's chakras, shatter their lower chakra, okay? That's what we're gonna call it. He likes to shatter people's chakras, I think men and women. And that's where the baby oil and the lubrication comes into play. Or here's another reason why you might need baby oil and all that. If you giving people slipping the Mickeys and shit like that, right? And you knocking them out, and you having sex with people that are knocked out, like females that are knocked out, well, that female is not gonna now. Why would she get wet? She don't even know what's going on. You know what I mean? So she's not gonna be into it. Her body's not gonna be into it. So you might need some sort of lubrication. If that's what you're doing, I don't know. This is just all alleged things that we hear going around that he may have done. And if he did do that, that's some real piece of shit. You're a piece of shit to do that. to a woman, to a man, to anybody, to you know, try to do some shit against somebody's will, slip them a Mickey, and then they wake up sore. That's criminal. That's criminal. That's
You got to be a real piece of shit to do that. But how you feel about the feds finding videos of his freak offs? You think it's any celebrities' word?
Absolutely. Absolutely. CEOs, all kind of motherfuckers. A bunch of people stepped down from their positions after this happened. Bunch of people stepped down from their position after this happened. Why do you think they would do that? Because a lot of times these guys got like morality clauses in their contracts and shareholders. If some sort of action comes against you, then maybe you can't get your fucking pension and all this type of shit. So let me get out now before my fucking name comes up in this shit and I can't get my bread. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I think a lot of people started stepping down. You did?
How you feel about them denying his bail twice? You think that's fair?
I don't know. I mean, when you got so much money like that, I feel like you are a flight risk. You are a risk to, and not even just a flight risk, but if you're out and being able to move around, you can intimidate witnesses and all kind of shit. It's just much easier for you to like continue to be foul. You know what I mean? You can continue your freak offs and you can continue to put some shit in the champagne bottle and offer people drinks and shit like that. But what I will say is, I don't want it to just stop here. Like, he's not the top of this shit. He's not the top of the pyramid when it comes to freak offs or doing illegal shit as far as CEOs go and all this type of shit. Like, there's white people that need to come to justice for this shit too, you heard? Like motherfuckers that taught him this type of shit, the Clive Davises of the world and all this type of shit. Like, let's not forget about these motherfuckers. Let's not just single out the black man who does bad, because there's plenty of fucking motherfuckers out here who do bad. Wasn't they just talking about Jimmy Iovine? Didn't he do some shit? Like, let's not fucking forget about these motherfuckers either, okay? Like, it's so quick. We are very quick to fucking, a black man did some shit. And to me, it doesn't matter black or white. If you're doing wrong and shit that's detrimental to people, that's not cool. I'm not fucking with you. You know what I mean? But I do see how they will pile on the black man and kind of, you know, take you away from the white dude that's doing the same thing. So, yes, I'm here to say, put pressure on these motherfuckers too. Let's not make, and I'm not just saying even CEOs. I'm saying even people that was helping this dude, like aiding and abetting him and others that do shit like this, all of these motherfuckers need to go down. Because I believe a dude like him would use bodyguards and shit like that to like hold the motherfucker down, or, you know what I mean? Or have a chef put something special in somebody's food to make them, you know? If you was a part of that type of shit, or a driver to drive somebody home that just got, you know, sexually assaulted, and don't say nothing, like, and you could visibly see this person got bruises and, you know, motherfuckers bleeding out the ass and all kind of shit, and you didn't say nothing. Come on, man. All y'all need to get locked up.
From your point of view, with all the information you know, what do you think Diddy should do? Take a deal, drop names?
Oh no, he looks like he's cooked. He looks like he's cooked. If they're not gonna take $50 million, like, they're fucking serious. Because at the end of the day, the government and all that, that's what they really want, is money. So if they're turning down the money, whoa, like, yeah, they really must want you, got something on you, or trying to leverage something bigger than that 50 million. What's on those tapes? Who does he have on those tapes? There's rumors that there's politicians on those tapes. I've heard rumors of Obama and Michelle. I don't know. This is just the rumors I hear. You know what I mean? But, you know, who's on those things? And how is he leveraging those tapes? You know what I mean? And what's he gonna do? What I think he should do? I don't know. This is like, because again, I would never be in this position. So to have to figure it out for him, I mean, I don't think he's no type of gangster or nothing like that. He's not gonna just hold it down. So I think he's gonna tell on people if he can, if that's gonna help him. He said in the song, take this money. He said something, if the feds are come get me. He said something of, you're coming with me. Like, and 50 Cent wrote that actually, but he already said that if the feds come get me, you're coming with me. Like, he said that in the song. So we'll see if he still stays true to his lyrics that he didn't write.
This drama between 50 and Diddy is shaking up the whole hip-hop world, with 50's Dot about to drop, and Diddy breaking down in tears. Everyone's wondering what next. This ain't just about two rappers beefing anymore. It's got the potential to change the game for real. Think about it. If 50's got the dirt, he says he does, who else might get caught up in this mess? We could see some big names going down. And it's not just about the CBAs. This could change how the whole industry operates. No more secrets, no more shady deals. But here's the real question. Is this the future of hip-hop beef? Are we gonna see more rappers dropping docs instead of diss tracks? And what does this mean for all those skeletons in hip-hop's closet? The tea is about to get even hotter.